Hello and welcome to the online judge training video for the Minnesota Urban Debate League for experienced judges. In this video, we are going to quick talk about judge expectations in an online debate round, how to respond to problems during a round, and how to set up a judge account if you don't already have one. First, I'd like to talk a little bit about judge expectations. First and foremost, we'd like everybody to be aware of implicit bias while judging. This is when we have attitudes about people without realizing it. It's a natural thing we all do. We like to share some common implicit biases in the debate world with all of our judges, so more of us can be aware of them and mindful about them during rounds so we can avoid them. So while judging, keep in mind that in debate, females tend to receive more negative comments than males about clothing and the pitch of their voice. Females also tend to receive more negative comments about aggression than males. Also, teams that are dressed in nicer clothing or maybe have nicer looking Zoom backgrounds or no technology issues during a round might be scored higher. And finally, people with accents tend to receive lower speaker points. Just remember, these are examples of things that should not affect our judging decisions during a round. Overall, remember that the students you'll be judging will be taking your comments very seriously and looking to you as a role model. So be the best educator that you can during a round. In addition to being aware of implicit bias, I'd also like to touch upon the sensitive nature of the topic this year, which is criminal justice reform. Discussions in your debate rounds may be triggering to students, which means students might become stressed because of a traumatic memory. Because of this, camp teachers have been talking about this with students and teaching skills such as self-awareness, self-care, and how to respond to conflict, in hopes that this will give students the tools and the practice they need to respond to a trigger in a healthy way. There are a few things you can do as a judge to be on the same page. First, do the very best you can during a round to create an environment that feels welcoming, supportive, and safe for students. If during a round you notice an argument is getting a little too heated or somebody is losing their cool, please either ask the students if they would like to, or just announce that you are all going to take a quick 3-minute break to turn off or leave your cameras, even if you're in the middle of a speech. The students know that this may happen during a round and should know about some self-regulation skills that they can use to calm down if needed. Also know that students can request a break if they'd like to. Sometimes it's not obvious to an observer or a judge when somebody is being triggered. So if a student recognizes that that's happening to them and asks for a break, please allow it. And finally, if an incident does take place during a round, please let a staff member know just so we can check in with that student afterwards. On to the second part of our training. In order to judge at an online tournament, you will need to sign up for a judge account. If you already have a Tab Room account, please send us an email to let us know your email associated with the account. You can send an email to udlvolunteers@augsburg.edu to let us know what that is. If you do not yet have an account or would like to know a little bit more about online ballots and how to use them, you can keep watching. So if you need to create an account, you will first go to www.tabroom.com and navigate to the sign up button in the upper right-hand corner. You'll then enter your information under non-NSDA members and click Create Login at the bottom. Once you do this, you should be brought to your account screen. You won't be able to do anything on the site at this point because you need to be granted judge access by the UDL. To gain access, please email us at our volunteer email, udlvolunteers@augsburg.edu, to let us know you created an account And also let us know which name and email you used when creating the account so we can find you in the system. Once we have granted you access as a judge, your screen should look something like this. And then on the day of the tournament, once students are paired together for their rounds, your screen will switch and it will look something like this. Once you're at the tournament and you're ready to start judging, you can click on the Start Round button, which will bring you to your online ballot. Here is an online ballot. First, I'd like to point out the timers you see on the right side of the page. The first timer on the top allows you to keep track of each speech. If you prefer to use a phone or a timer you have, that's fine too. The two timers below allow you to keep track of prep time for each team. You'll see each of those timers has the team name above it, so you don't forget which is which. And Tab Room should save these times throughout the round. As the debate progresses, you can work on filling the ballot out. To do this, look for where it says General Feedback, and then click on the tabs with the team members or the team names. You can write feedback for each team in the box provided below. I usually write all of the students' names at the beginning of the round with a colon and then enter feedback as I think of it during the round. Make sure to do this for both teams by navigating between the tabs. Once the round is over, you will decide who won. At this point, you'll want to fill out your reason for decision in the last tab under General Feedback. This can be just 2 or 3 sentences that explain overall why you chose the team you did to win. And then you'll see at the top of the page, there's a space to enter the number of speaker points you'd like to award to each debater. We did send a document to your email that explains points and how to decide how many points to award each speaker if you'd like to look at that. Finally, to the right of where it says Win Goes To, written in red, you'll choose the team that won from the drop-down box, then mark if that team is AF or neg, and then you can check the low point win box if the team with the lower number of combined speaker points ends up winning the round. Once you've finished the ballot, you can hit the blue Submit Ballot button, and you will be returned to your home page. If you have another round to judge, you should see another Start Round button for the next round. And at this point, you will start the process all over again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please let us know if you have any questions. You can email us at the email provided here. Also, please remember to let us know if you have a Tab Room account already, what email is associated with the account. And if you do not already have a Tab Room account, let us know when you create one and what name and email you used when you signed up. We look forward to seeing you at the tournament, and thank you again for watching.